Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new video. This time I want to do also a response to the Vince Venturella video or Vince Venturella topic of the week, and at the same time make a review or make a look on what we can find now on the new app from Citadel Paint and what I think about this. So first of all, the topic of the week is if we have our cell phone or our smartphone while we are painting. And I have to say that my phone is not that smart at this moment. I have a quite old phone. I have to buy a new one. So really it's quite useless in that term. So to the point that I don't put apps there and anything. Normally I have my laptop next to me and I use a laptop or I use a tablet. That is the two tools that I used to do. I have to upgrade my phone if I want to use it to make pictures and to use it and to use apps and so on. But normally I have my tablet and so on. So yeah, no cell phone, but I have to say that of course as I have the channel, I do a lot of videos while I'm painting using a camera. I like to do some chat videos while I'm painting. I do pictures of my finished work, but on the other side, I'm not that structured. So normally, for example, I don't write down what paints I have used for different colors, schemes, to the point that sometimes I have problems if I need to reproduce. I try to, because I have a lot of armies, and yeah, normally I don't put down what colors I use. And on top, they have changed completely. Against Wars, they have changed completely the name of the colors and the range of the colors. So if I had write it down, was not useful for me. So yeah, I'm quite messy on that. I paint, I would say, depending on how it looks like, and most likely if it's a miniature I paint 10-15 years ago and I have to paint another unit for the same army, the color will not match exactly. First of all, because the paints have changed a lot. It's not the same range that they used to have. And on top, I did not write down what paints I was using. The other thing I want to talk in this video is to share this app and what we can find here. So this is a new app from Citadel Paint, and you see that this is the initial menu. We have 5 things here. Okay, we have Get Started, Paint by Color, Paint by Miniature, Paint Bases, and Inventory Wish List. So if we go to Get Started, I think this is a really interesting one. So let me see if I can. Yeah, here it is. Sorry, I'm running a emulator on my laptop, so not exactly on the tablet. But here is what we have. And what I like here is we have a summary of all the different techniques. And I think this is great. So if we open one of these glaze, they will explain how to use glazes. Okay, so I think this is a great thing. So then we have all the different brushes here and what is the sizes. But again, yeah, see, you want to know how to spray or what is the spray. Here is not too much information, but on base coat, so they explain how to do a base coat. So really interesting stuff, especially if you're starting painting. So I think it's a great to have always this information available. If I move back and we decide to go and paint by color, imagine that you want to simulate a color. Let me see if this thing wants to open. Okay, yeah, it needs to think. So here we have the main colors. Okay, so you have I don't know, all these colors, and if you want to know how to do, for example, a yellow or orange, let's go for orange. Then you have how to do light orange, orange, and dark orange, and then if you click back to dark orange, then you have the list of the colors. And here you have what will be more or less the final result. And the most interesting thing is here you have it by layers, but you can have it by dry brush. Okay, and also you can see that the texture is different, and they will explain you how to use it by dry brush, how to do it by layer. Okay, and this symbol here is quite important, so I can tip these symbols. This means that I have these colors in my collection. Okay, so a fog and orange most likely you don't have it. And this is quite interesting thing because you can know what colors you have. So let's look at another one that for me was also interesting. So here we have all the blues, okay, but then we also have Ultramarines blue armor and Crimson Fields armor. So if you want to know how the armor is painted, so here we have the different colors, and now that I'm here, I can click that I have these colors, so I have all the colors, I can use them, I can yeah, I can go to here. So they start with McVeigh blue, you do a shade of Noon Oil, Carrier blue, and Fenrisian gray. Or you can go to the dry brush, and this is how we look if you do the dry brushing. So you can do it by dry brushing, or you can do it by layering. Okay, so it's quite, it's like the big poster they had in the past, but put here all together. And I think I clicked the wrong button now. Let me see. Yeah, I closed it. There's no, I was failing. Let me see if it goes back. Yeah, it's not working well now with the emulator. Okay, after this small technical problem, here I am back. So, sorry, I want to go back to this. So here we have, also we can look paint by miniature, okay? And then we are going to have the list of all, not all the miniatures, but a lot of miniatures. For example, I was looking for Ariman because I'm painting now Ariman. I was curious to see who was painted, but it was not here. But we have them all for alphabetical order. The only thing I'm missing here is there is not a search engine. Maybe they will add it later on once we have more miniatures here. So if we want to know how to paint, this is not working very well now, the emulator. So let's open one of these. If we want to see how a Rubik wedding is painted, here we have all the different colors. Okay, so we have how they do the teal. So now I know that the armor and then we can open this one, and we have here how to paint this guy. Okay, so we start with Stegadon Scale Blue, Coelia Green Shade, Sotek Green, and Templegar Blue. None of the new paints are used, and then I can click here the ones that I already have. Okay, I can go back, then I can go how the light brush was done, and here some of them I already tipped, so you can know. So for example, I know that they have this one, and I have this one, so you can click here, and then you can also look for the dry brushing, how it's done. Okay. This is one option. I think this is great. So it's another way to do it. So you can know. So for example, this Imperial Fist armor is the same way to do Imperial Fist armor. Here you have the colors that are used for the Imperial Fist armor: Avalanche Sunset, Iriel Yellow, Aggressive Shade as a shade, and Screaming Skull. And here you have what is the final result. Or you can go with dry brushing. I guess this is the dry brush. Dry brushing always will look more chalky than if you really do with layering. Okay, but normally it's faster. Let's go back. So this is how you see we can open other miniatures. I don't know. Let's open the put with Blight King. Okay, and then here we have. You want to know how this skin is done. Then you go to put with Flesh Skin. Okay, and here you have all the colors that are used. And I will start clicking the ones they already have. So okay. So here you have, and then you can do it by dry brushing, and then you have the dry brush colors that have in use. So I think it's quite useful, and most likely if you don't have exactly the miniature, for example, you can use this color, this flesh for the new zombies from the Nargal. I forgot now the name, the box. Plague box, I don't remember, sorry. But of course, so if you don't have exactly your miniature right now, you can use, for example, if you wanted to do a red cloth, you go to this guy, and then you will see how this red cloth was done. And then we go here to the red, and you have here the list of the colors, and I have all of them. Okay. So, okay, I'm clicking that because I will use this app later on, and I will show you why I'm clicking this. You want to know how this is the bone color, so this is the dark green part. Okay, you see here the dark green part, and this is how they did the dark green part, how to do this radioactive thing. Okay, so of course all this is with Citadel colors. So let's go to look at another part of the app. Okay, and then we have this one that was curious for me to see, but we have all the bases, how to do different bases. We want to do snow bases. Here we have, but this is really fully snow. Maybe you don't need to use everything is snow. So this is just to show you how the snow can look like, right? You can do wasteland. Here you have how to do wasteland, okay? So you reduce the Agwaland Badlands, then you use Casandora, and then you use, this is a shade, and then you have how it's called, dry brushing, okay? And you have it for different textures. So your blood got real. Let's look how this looks like. This looks quite interesting. So you can use this one, and then you do some add shade, add dry brush, and then you add the blood on some of the recesses. Quite interesting. Quite a good point to take ideas, okay? And the last part of the Citadel app is the inventory of paints. So here you can know, and this is by alphabetical order, and this way I was clicking them because in principle you want to know what you have in your inventory and what you don't have. Then if you go to the shop, and of course I will not go with the laptop, because I go to the shop with my smartphone, then I say, okay, this was in my wish list and this was in my wish list. So I go there, I open the tab, the app, and I know which paints I need from the shop, okay? So this is quite handy. So if you need to do color and you don't have it at the moment, you just click on that, and then you know when you buy it, you put it here. I will take it out because I don't know if I have this one, so I need to check. Okay? What you have here, the full list, and there are all the colors. There are H colors, there is the dry colors, bases, layers, everything is here. So you see it's quite a long list of colors. Okay, so yeah, this is what I want to share with the app, and I think we are going here we have quite a good list of colors that we can have for our app. Just clicking a couple of more. So you see quite, I think the good part is, you can buy a miniature. For example, imagine that you are in the shop, okay, and you really want to paint like the blood letter, right? And you don't know if you have the colors. So these are just as you have to do at home. So you can see, okay, these are the colors. You do this in the shop and say, okay, this is the scarlet. How is done the scarlet? Okay, it's done like that, and I have all the colors. Okay, I'm good. I also want to know how the bronze is done. It's here. Oh, I don't have Gehenna's gold. That is not the case. So I buy Gehenna's gold. Okay, so you can do this type of exercise. So I consider that is quite handy. I don't know where is lila for the tongue. You want to do the tongue exactly the same. So here you have the colors that are used for the tongue. Or you can use the dry brush technique. So always, and you see. Always this backpack that will show you how it will look like. So for example, Scarlet, I just show you the layering because it's normally what I want to do, but you also have the dry brush option. And again, they have the same option that problems that we all have. Red is not looking very highlighted. I like more contrasted red. But this is giving you idea how Games Workshop is proposing you to paint that, and what are the options that what are the colors that they propose for you. And I think it's quite a great app, especially when you're starting or when you have doubts or when you want to match a real color scheme. I guess in the future we are going to have, for example, salamanders or something like that. I don't know if they are there, but we have, for example, here Celestial Vindicators. We want to know, I lost this one, but you want to know how the blood angels are painted. Here you have the blood angels, okay? So, and that's all what I want to share in this video. So, yeah, first of all, on the topic of Beans Venturella, I'm not using my smartphone because my smartphone is not smart at this moment. But I have opened my computer, sometimes I use a tablet, and of course I have always my camera is recording a lot of time, so what I'm painting. And this is also the overview on the app. Very interesting, and I think it's really worth to have it on your smartphone or tablet. And that's all for now. So I just wanted to do a video like that. Please leave the comments below. Let me know what do you think. If you have the app or you don't have the app, what do you think about the app? And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.